Welcome back. We are so excited to be here. We got to introduce ourselves first.
I know. This is so exciting. I'm so
Yeah.
happy to be here with you.
Same with you. My name's Camilla Panda, and this is...
Miss Ash Rocks. You can call me Miss Ash or Ash works too. And I go by she, her pronouns.
Same here, she, her pronouns. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what is going on right now? Well, we're super excited because, as we saw earlier, Charleston was the first women's team to be on the Collegiate Esports Commissioner Cup stage. And we are getting ready for our first match with two all-women's Valorant teams.
Yes, and that is UH Scarlet and Powerpuff Girls. We got to peek in on their previous games this morning, and let me tell you, they are powerhouses. Both of those teams, they were fighting for their life. The communications was going insane. Just the comms were perfect, and just to see these high-level players in person and to see how they play. Unlike me, I'm a diamond player, so I'm just hard-stuck diamond. But seeing these high-level Ascendant Immortal players, even some diamond that are in this tournament as well, it's just awesome to see them play. So we're so thankful for this opportunity, and shout out to Paidia, Xbox, and Esports U for this opportunity. And this is our first time casting together on stage.
Yeah, it was honestly just inspiring to see the players and getting to chat with them too, and just how honored and excited they are to be here. If you do not know what Paidia is or what Paidia Cup is, so the Paidia Cup serves as a powerful outlet, and it's shining a spotlight on aspiring women games and gamers and emphasizing the promising future of women in Valorant, which is also how we got here. Yes. We are part of this thing called Cast This, where we got to go to a boot camp a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, out in LA, where we learned from incredible people like Miss Harvey,
Van Sealy, and also his duo,
Rivington.
So.
And we also had Camille there too. It was an amazing time and just so inspiring to hear from folks who have worked in this industry for as long as they have, and just hear about their journeys, and also get to kickstart ours a little bit, along with seeing some incredible players, currently Collegiate players, and I'm sure most of them, after seeing them play, they're going pro. They are amazing.
And it's funny to hear like their major in school. They're like, yeah, I'm doing whatever. It could be science, it could be biology. I'm like, you have this talent as well in Valorant that you could utilize for a career too. So it's like they have two different paths that they can take, which is awesome. You set yourself up very well, being in college and being young.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But additionally, the matchmaking season, which you're currently tuned into right now, we're still getting started, but this season offers women players the incredible opportunity so they can transition from these online battles that they've been doing for so long and, into an offline setting after dedicating 9 weeks of intense competition to earn their well-deserved spots here. So again, we have our 3 teams right now. We have UH Scarlet, we have Powerpuff Girls, and Carlington. So, yeah, and we haven't seen Carlton play today yet, but I know they are well prepared.
Yeah, they played earlier at CECC, much earlier in the morning.
Yeah.
And we've kind of just been checking out all the Paidia teams that have been playing. They had 2 matches previously, both of which were on Fracture and Ascent.
Yeah.
Our current map is about to be Pearl. So I'm excited to see how this works out for them. And in case you're wondering a little bit more, what also is going on. So after these teams have competed all season, all this 9-week period.
9 weeks.
Participating in best of 3 scrimmages, they ended up, as a culmination of their efforts, they went to the playoff bracket, which unfolded live on the Xbox Twitch channel. So like big stage, not physical stage, but still.
A big audience, for sure.
Big audience. And then from there, we have our top 3 teams, and they all earned an invitation to come play here, live, on this stage.
And speaking of Pearl.
Oh, no.
Pearl is the map we are always casting on. Like, that is just our map. That is our strongest map, I think, at this point. And I know that that's the map that we even practiced the most on when we were in LA. So you'll see that on a cast this series. It'll be on the Paidia Gaming YouTube. It'll be a 5-part series. So yeah, you'll see a lot of Pearl from us, a lot of practice from there.
You can tell by my face that I am so looking forward to Pearl right now.
We love Pearl. Best map, right?
Maybe.
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 Lotus, cough.
I still miss Breeze. I'm an outlier. I know that.
I think I miss Breeze at this point.
Yeah.
You know, we got split back, we got bind. I'm like, yeah, you could take it back again. I don't need it. But with the bind changes, it helps a little bit, especially with the teleport area now. It is terrifying. You could do a fast rotate within 10 seconds at this point.
The first time I played on Bind, when they made the changes, I forgot they moved the teleporter. So I was just like, oh, I've got time. I just heard it go off. And then I'm like, oh, I don't have time. I have no time. Just
Well,
suddenly they're there.
Have you used that window on B site yet?
Oh, I have. It's great. I love
Okay.
that window.
Okay, so what have you utilized it for? What kind of util?
I've utilized it for a sky. So the sky flash is exactly what I've been using it for, just because I'm like, blind them, then peek out.
Yeah,
It's fun.
a quick pop flash, a little bit.
I've seen folks use Dizzy there while playing Gecko. Solid choice, honestly.
Yeah, raise paint shells on default when they're planning. Fade haunt. Yeah, you can use all sorts of fun util through that window.
Absolutely.
And I still don't expect it. So I think it's a good change, especially for retake on B, which is probably what I hate the most about bind, if I'm being honest. Retake on B is terrifying. I could retake on A anytime. I could teleport, I could flank, but it's hard flanking on B. You have to go through link, go through hookah or long, and then there you go. But yeah, bind, the changes are good. I just have to get used to it and be a little more creative with
That's
my
fair.
gameplay. But yeah, bind is cool. I think, what other maps we have in rotation right now? Ascent, we have Fracture. I love me some Fracture.
Fair. We no longer have Icebox.
No, that's okay with me too.
I liked Icebox.
It's very chill.
I see what you did
Very
there.
chill. Very chill. But I think the problem with Icebox is B-site. It's just so hard to push. Even you can have a Sova drone, you can have prowlers, and you can still get picked off easily. You know, they could just swing off of that utility, get their pick, or, you know, it could be traded as well, but it makes it so much difficult to push. It really does. But Icebox is fun. It is. I like A-site. Easy.
I'm a Viper person on
Oh,
Icebox, so
It's fun for you automatically.
yeah. Easy win on the fun part.
Yes, yes, yes. And I think right now I'm just loving Lotus. I hope we can see Lotus in our near future with casting, because I think we have the most fun on Lotus. You know, it's a 3-site map. People are lurking, people are flanking. As we saw in a previous game we watched earlier this week when we did our casting at home, we saw the KJ ult for retake and then the Omen ult behind them because they knew they would be pushing back.
That was great.
Just overall pure game sense, okay? So it gets chaotic on Lotus, but I love it. I love watching attack and defense on it. So yeah, it's my favorite one for sure. I would take Lotus over Haven anytime, any day.
Fair. So I know the answer to this, but I'm sure folks at home are wondering. We clearly have favorite agents. So who's your favorite? I know the answer, though.
Oh, you do? You know the answer to
I think I know your answer.
Well, I have my top 3. That's Killjoy, Fade, and Brimstone. Those are my top 3. Okay? Fade, I'm not having as much fun with her right now, but Fade is the best initiator. You can't talk me out of that either, okay?
Yeah.
I think you agree with me, though.
Yeah, Fade's fun.
Yeah, her prowlers alone are overpowered. I love them, and her ult. And Brimstone, I love his smokes. He's an easy agent to play. And then, of course, his orbital strike, his ult is, you know, good for post plant, getting space for the team, and so forth. And KJ, she's just the best agent in the game. So.
Look, I am a Viper. I'm a person that also plays Fade. However, I've started playing Sky, but I only started playing Sky, not because I unlocked them. I utilize that PC Game Pass.
Oh.
It's $10. I get all the agents. I got Gecko the day Gecko came out. Didn't have to play through all of that or pay for.
I have a
Gecko.
story.
But absolutely.
I have a story for you.
Okay.
I bought Gecko, even though I've had Game Pass for 3 years. I don't know how that happened, but I did. So don't be like me. Make sure you have your Xbox account connected to your Riot account so you can take advantage of the benefits of Xbox Game Pass. Okay, $10. You can do Ultimate Edition for a couple more bucks, but Xbox Game Pass, you get all the agents, you get an XP boost as well. So why not take advantage of it?
Might as well. May have utilized that XP boost quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely. And buying a Battle Pass too, double up.
I'm not going to talk about how many battle passes I bought lately.
I like the Battle Pass. This
Same.
act. Yeah, the skins are. I think. Oh, let's talk about skins though. We haven't talked about skins. I do like the Battle Pass skins we have right now, but all right. We had this discussion before, and I think we talked about it on our Castus series, but let's just start off. Vandal skin. What's your favorite skin?
It changed since then. It's no longer the dragon. It's the newest one that came out.
I'm happy you have grown from that.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. That was Phantom skin, not Vandal. They don't have a new one. It's still the dragon skin for me.
For Vandal?
For Vandal, yeah. Sorry.
I love her dearly. So if she loves the dragon, I love the dragon too. But there are better skins out there, Camilla.
I love the new skins, the gaming ones.
The arcade ones?
The arcade
Yes.
ones. It
Yes.
makes me only play Phantom right now.
That is the only, that's the only skin I bought, the Phantom one. I love the Dance Dance one. That's my
so
favorite.
much fun.
But overall, favorite Vandal skin is Prelude to Chaos. Okay, it's very clunky. It's loud, but it's aimbot for me. It is. I head tap all the time. But Prelude to Chaos. We have Prime Vandal. I used to like the dragon. It's a favorite, I will say. But okay, which color dragon?
Oh, man.
Pink and blue?
Pink and blue. But, yeah,
I like the pink and blue.
pink and blue.
Pink and blue, yes. I didn't buy the whole pack of the dragon. I just have the Vandal, but I do want the Frenzy if it does pop up in
Oh,
my
I
store.
would love the Frenzy. I just discovered the Frenzy existed.
Really?
I didn't play.
Really?
I didn't play when the dragon skins came out. I found that after the fact.
Yeah, that was the first pack, I believe, for Valorant. I believe that was the first pack that they released.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been playing with it for a while. I think that's why I'm burnt out on that skin.
That would do it.
Yeah. Anybody in chat, tell us your favorite skins. We're gonna go on to Phantom skins now. Okay. I'm gonna just tell you, it's Recon Phantom for me. I don't know
Okay.
if you use Recon, but ooh.
So
What's your favorite Phantom skin? Is it the arcade one?
it's definitely the arcade one.
Okay. Okay. Do you like the dance or
Dance.
dance? Yeah, that's
The
just
finisher.
best. It's
And
the best finisher.
100%.
Yes. Feel free to share your favorite Phantom skins as well in chat. But we're going to break now, so we'll see you in a little bit here. We're still getting prepared. So thank you so much for being patient.
Welcome back, folks. We are so excited to be here. Real quick, I just want to say immense gratitude to Xbox, Paidia Gaming, and Esports U for the support in this amazing event right now, since we're leading into the semis. Real quick, I know we will be chatting with some team members soon,
Yes, I'm excited.
but we're leading into the stage. We had UH Scarlet already take the 2 maps earlier today, which means regardless of the next map, the team that's moving on to play against Carlson is Scarlet. However, it's been so close this whole season, and they've been playing their hearts out. We want to give Powerpuff Girls one last shot to prove themselves, and I know they're going to do it. They're going to be absolutely amazing. So, a little bit about the teams while we're waiting.
All right, let's do it.
Powerpuff Girls. They aren't from one school. They're from a mixture of schools, a good chunk of them being New Jersey.
New Jersey.
NJCU, NJIT. We also have a kid on that team from MSU and Caldwell. I was chatting with them a little bit earlier, and like some of us here, I know Breeze is my favorite map, but Icebox is another one. They also love Icebox.
That was a favorite when we asked everyone. Icebox.
Icebox was a strong, strong favorite, but they joined just because they wanted to play together, and they saw
That's so sweet.
they saw like the opportunity, and they wanted to do something really fun, and
Yeah.
they ended up getting all the way here.
All the way here.
Yeah.
Wow. That's, talk about impact. Talk about impact. Well, we're going to be chatting with some players, one from each team. Excited to learn a little bit about their, their journey in the tournament, and probably learn about how I can get better at this game.
Yeah, and real quick, since we already introduced Scarlet a little bit, UH Scarlet, University of Houston, they also were the Game Changers team, Scarlet, for the most part. Yes, they played Game Changers 2023 Series 1 in North America. I believe it was most of the team with one player swapped out from what I was told. And it looks like we have our new friends up here already.
Hi.
Hello, I believe Melanie and Raven. Happy to see both of you here.
Good to be here.
No,
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all your hard work it took to get to here. So first, let's just start with you, Melanie. How does it feel to be here in this space with other women?
It's so exciting. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. It's been 9 weeks of this matchmaking tournament, and I am just looking forward to going up on stage and playing.
Yes, and I want to ask you, what is your favorite role to play for your team? Initiator, controller, or duelist? Or
Definitely duelist. I like being the first one out, like getting the first kill, hopefully. Working with my initiator, and just running in there, honestly.
so the complete opposite of me. I am the lurking killjoy. Okay, I love that. So who's your favorite duelist?
Controversial pick. I really like Phoenix. I main Phoenix.
Oh, I agree with that. I don't know about you ladies, but I agree. Phoenix, yeah, the curveballs, everything, and run it back is probably one of the best ults in a game. Absolutely.
That running back can be so
Deadly.
Oh my goodness, yes. And then you also have that meme moment from, I believe, the TSM game with someone else where that KO happened to have noticed exactly where the Phoenix was about to run it back, and it was just unfortunate timing, and now that's forever immortalized as a spray in the game.
I'm always the Phoenix player that gets knifed in the back when I come back.
You gotta have your teammate watching your back. That's what they're there for.
But they don't in Diamond.
That's true.
Yeah.
They don't in Diamond. I'm sorry.
Frank is so unreliable.
It is.
Raven, same question.
Same question. Probably Astra Killjoy are like my favorite agents that I do like to play. Just because I like to be on that like lurk and like sentry role. But yeah, I do enjoy playing Astra and Smokes. I actually have over 700 hours in Smokes, so that's why I play for my team. But yeah, I enjoy it.
It's a lot of hours on Smokes.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you like to play any other controller other than Astra?
I do play Omen, and I did play Viper. I actually started playing Viper only until I got to about Plat, and then I started switching into different controllers and then exploring other agents. And then recently I've been working on Sentinels.
Yeah, I think my favorite Sentinel is just KJ. I want to learn Cypher. He's pretty easy, but I think my trips are gold at most, so they always get shot. But yeah, Cypher is very reliable with the camera. You can, hold it for
It's super
if
helpful
they're rotating.
for long distance too. You have
Yeah.
a lot more liberty from your team. So
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And how does it feel to be in a space with other women?
honestly, it's just like so awesome. Like we're just so happy to be here. You said, win or lose, like we're just happy that Paidia gave us a space and a room for us to showcase our talents and stuff, and the exposure that we get, and also the future opportunities for other women that may come after us too. So it's really exciting. We're all really happy to be here. Nothing can like put us down, honestly.
And I believe, is it both of yours first lands?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm sure it's a very different experience from playing on campus than here,
yeah,
right?
we actually don't get to play because we don't have an arena, so we don't play together on campus. We actually play from our homes. So we're really excited to be just like playing with everyone together. It's actually super fun just to have everyone right next to you that we can just like look next to, look back to.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
it's
lurking.
really awesome.
Yeah, we were lurking on both your games, and oh my gosh, we saw the energy and how hype you were, just hyping each other up every round you won. We love that. And I'm glad you get to do that together, especially
it's
since you
awesome.
play online. So that's great. For you, do you have a campus at your school that you play together?
I don't. I'm actually the only one on the team who doesn't go to the same school as everyone
Oh,
else. Yeah, so this is my first time meeting everyone. I think it's everyone's first time meeting everyone.
Yeah.
So it's just been really fun, really great hanging out and sharing a hotel room and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely get a closer connection. with your
exactly,
team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially spending the past 9 weeks playing together and everything. It's just been really fun to meet everyone and hang out with everyone. And again, so grateful for the opportunity.
And after this experience with your team, do you have any goals as a player and as a team after this weekend?
I mean, after doing this, I think we've grown a lot as players, as individuals, and really created a bond together. And I hope that we get to play more together in the future. So it's just a matter of what and when.
I love it. I love it. And then same question for you, dear.
We actually have competed in Game Changers quite a lot. This would be our second Game Changers that we competed recently. So we as a team, we keep trying to improve and, get into other female non-binary tournaments that are maybe smaller, but we do try to compete as much as we can, even if it's not just in the collegiate scene. Actually, our main focus is the GC scene. So Game Changers is like our main goal is just come to Game Changers, make it out of groups, and just have fun, have the experience. But yeah, we've been playing for an entire academic year, and we're lucky enough that we have only had one player switch out, and it was just because she was graduating. So
Yeah. Wow.
we still have the same core four that we started with and we've been playing with for a year. So it's really nice to just have them like still here and just compete with them because we're just so used to each other. It's just like so like home that we just like it's just a good time no matter what we do.
That's awesome. I'm so happy to be here. I'm honored to be in your spaces because your teams are insane. They play so well. I just want that in my diamond lobby so bad. That's all I can ask for. If you are here and you're in diamond, we need to play better so we can get on their level, okay? But we were talking about Phantom and Vandal skins. All right, we're gonna start with you, Melanie. What is your favorite Vandal and Phantom skins?
I don't touch the Phantom.
Oh.
The head dink will get me, and I can't. Vandal skin, right now I think I have the blue ion on, but Sentinel's Light is pretty kind of loud though. But pretty much that one.
I agree. I agree with both of those.
I probably say the Oni Phantom is what I always go back to, but I've been playing a lot with the Red Recon Phantom. And then
High five.
High five.
Boom. favorite.
And then probably Prelude to Chaos right now. That's at least what my loadout is right now. But Prime is always a good safe choice for Vandals.
Always a safe haven, right? Yes. And we have Camilla here with what is it called? The dragon skin?
Yeah,
What is the official name?
Elder Flame?
Elder
Flame.
Flame.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
She's the Elder Flame gal.
I'm the outlier. It's okay.
Oh no, you're fine. No shade or anything, I promise.
Maybe the smallest bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Now, I am double checking my notes. Both of you, one of your favorite maps is Fracture. For both of you? All
Yeah, I
right.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like Fracture.
What is your favorite part about Fracture?
You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. Probably, even though it's a little bit more hectic because it's technically 4 lanes, I actually do enjoy that we can do like crunches a lot on the map, and it feels very much like once you have control of the map, it's really hard to take it back because you have so much space already. So I really do like that we can, fight lower side or top side of the map. That's probably my favorite, and then also just like as a smokes player and killjoy player, I like playing in tower with the shorty is just like my favorite.
That's my biggest enemy, a shorty.
Yeah.
My shorty never does what the enemy team
Thank
shorty
you.
does.
Thank you. I blame Ping. Ping diff, always.
Pink diff?
Yeah, I don't know if we can use that excuse here though.
Oh,
Wait, that's true.
yeah.
There is no copium. for pink
Oopsies.
diff.
So what's your favorite things about Fracture?
Because I'm a duelist, because I'm so attack forward, I just enjoy being able to have those more aggressive plays. And like Raven was saying, the pinches are really useful. And especially with Phoenix, especially with Run It Back, I can take the space, get into spawn, and kind of do as much damage as possible. So that's kind of the benefit of Fracture.
Yeah, I love Fracture. I love it.
Everyone's a hater, I think.
Yeah,
Listen.
someone told me that I was crazy for liking Fracture, but it's so good.
It's a good map.
It's a balance map out of
I
all of them, if I'm being
Absolutely.
honest. Yeah, Fracture has so much to offer, especially as a Sentinel player, KAJ. You could literally take the entire site with just her ult. So, yeah, that makes it fun for me. And any controller is good there. Well, not Omen, but any controller is good there. Brim, Astra. I think for me, I love double controller on Fracture. I don't know if you can both agree to that, but Viper Astra is OP because you could just use Viper Wall to entry onto site and then use Astra Stars for post plant if you're attacking. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of maps are actually really favorable for double controller.
Especially Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus.
Lotus is a big
especially.
one.
Yeah.
I think the only map that maybe isn't, and I say this very loosely, is probably Haven, just because it's a 3-site map. But most maps, like double controller, is like so strong. Split especially, like oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, I think Split is interesting. It's in an interesting spot for me at the moment. I think attacking is hard. I don't know why, but attacking mid has been a little bit difficult because I think they open vents a little bit wider.
I think so.
Yeah, so I don't know. They've just been swinging out of smokes lately and just one-tapping me. I don't know about you, but I've been getting one-tapped mid all the time. And I think A-site is better with the changes on Split here and there. You know, with the rafter changes and an A main. It's cool. It's just hard.
How do you feel about the bind changes?
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, that teleporter threw me off the first round that I played
cool.
it.
Absolutely.
I need to adapt, I think.
I
That's
think the bench triple angle, the abuse
Yes.
that has, especially if you're either catching flankers once you have the site, or when you're just sitting there and people are like running through U-Haul and everying.
Absolutely.
Just abusing that.
Yeah, it's an easy headshot angle on the bench. So, yeah, I just learned that actually a couple days ago. I said, wait, this is the best god tier angle on Bind. So, yeah, I like Bind. It's okay.
Yeah,
That's my Brim map.
I feel like I haven't seen people abuse the new vent that they have in Elbow.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
wondering-
good for retakes.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I just haven't personally seen it, but
We were just talking about how we just throw like Sky Flash through there.
Yeah,
Raise paint shells on default when they're planning.
Yeah.
So.
It's really good for breaking Killjoy elbow too. You can probably get a molly in from like a Brimstone molly or a KO molly.
I would have never thought about that.
Yeah.
You
See?
just have to find the right line.
High ranked players.
Learned
I'm so
much.
honored. See, I just learned something new. I'm going to hit Ascendant this weekend
absolutely.
just from that window.
Oh, 100%.
But I think I miss Breeze the most right
Oh my
now.
God.
I used to hate that map,
I
but
love Breeze.
I
I'm
love
a
it.
Breeze hater.
Breeze.
Oh,
You're Breeze.
tell me why. Tell me it's Halls. Halls is the problem, right?
Well, I think if I say that I'm a Breeze hater, it's people are just going to say you can't aim. So that's
Aw.
typically the response.
It is a Vandal map, but
Yeah.
you're a Vandal player.
Yeah,
You know how to
I like-
aim. I've seen you. Yeah, you know how to aim.
I don't know. I think it's just the long distance. I can't see. I'm blind.
Felt that wholeheartedly. I can't play Valorant without my glasses. That's for sure. And especially Breeze. Those
fair.
long fights.
Move the monitor just right up to your
Yeah.
face.
Wait, can we talk about that? I don't know how y'all play with the monitor this close.
Yeah,
I've seen.
I don't.
I can't
Okay.
do it.
I'm like,
There's
can't
got to
see
be
anything.
There's got to be a balance between like the JDM lean and the up close.
Yeah, I've seen you play where you have your keyboard over here and
Oh my God.
your mouse over
Always
here.
talks about it because I play with my hands kind of out like this, just because I rest my elbows on my desk.
Oh,
So
there's nothing wrong with it. It's just one of those like, everyone else I've seen just like,
they like crunch up their hands kind of against their body.
It's just
I used to play with my keyboard like this.
I've seen
Vertical.
lots of people do that too.
Yeah.
that's a very like
Faster reaction.
it's a very like Fortnite thing to do. It's
Is it?
like I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
I can't build for anything in Fortnite. So
There's no build mode.
you're right. You're right. It's been really fun, actually. But yeah, I just break my wrist
Well,
and play.
especially
All right. Well, we had some good convo. Thank you so much for joining us up here. And
us.
we're going to a break now. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage in the semifinals for the Paidia Cup, presented by PC Game Pass, your starting lineups. At the number 2 seed, please welcome to the stage the University of Houston. Orchid, Binko, Raven, Altier, Alita. And at the 3 seed, please welcome to the stage the Powerpuff Girls. Nozomi, Mel, Pauline, Sasha, Leah. Now, welcome back to the stage to facilitate the pre-match showdown, your host, Space Ghost.
Hey folks, how's it going? All right, can I get the team captains over here? Just for a little, I just want to talk. Just want to have a little chit chat if you don't mind. All right, we're gonna do a handshake, but first, I'd like just the smallest amount of trash talk. I know you're in a precarious position, so we'll keep it low key, but what do you have to say to your last words for your competitor here?
I just hope they don't choke on stage.
Ooh, very serious words from someone who didn't choke on stage, actually. So, what's the response? Or you can have your own trash talk.
Well, we've beat them multiple times in the past, so we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and hope for the best.
Damn, the burns are getting hot and spicy. Let's get a handshake here. Look each other in the eye. Tell you love each other. And we're going to have a good, clean game. Let's go back to our beautiful casters. Take it away, ladies. All right, you guys.
Hello, hello.
Sorry, the heat from those burns are getting to me right now. It's
Oh,
suddenly
just-
really warm in here.
Just a little bit. Wow, just a little playful banter. I can't wait to see these ladies battle it out. And welcome back to the Paidia Cup Women's Matchmaking Season. We're going to get into the next map, which is Pearl. And we're excited for it, right? Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see these women battle and see the strategies and the comps that they run for this map.
Yeah, we've already seen them on Fracture and Ascent. So I am interested to see how Pearl turns out.
I am too. Maybe we'll see double controller. We love double controller on Pearl.
I am very much a double controller person. I think that is the best way to go. However, you know what? These players are ranked higher than me. They definitely know way better than myself at this point. So I'm sure they're going to do what is best for them in the situation. And I know they're going to play their hearts out and they're going to do absolutely amazing.
Yes, and we have UH Scarlet and Powerpuff Girls. Let's talk about the teams a little bit. We've seen some strengths from both teams. I think UH Scarlet, they literally have comms on point. They calm every single thing they're doing. They communicate about the strats. And of course, any information on where the enemies are, they play really well together. They're really strong together.
They do. And also that team specifically, when I asked them, they said Pearl was one of their favorite maps to play on.
Oh.
So they are going in with a favorite map, of course. Going over to Powerpuff Girls, they do have 2 IGLs. They have a pre-round IGL, which is Mel, and then Sasha for mid-round. And they also communicate so well together. They
do.
just understand each other
Yeah.
incredibly well.
You see this energy when they're in person, for
Yes.
sure. So I'm glad they get to play together, too.
Yeah. Both teams have such great synergy. Both teams play very well. We'll see how they work together on a huge stage like this. Granted, Scarlet already has that experience being on a stage. However, this is a different stage.
Absolutely. And talk about this venue. Absolutely stunning. So many wonderful brands here as well. So thank you everyone for tuning in and hanging out with us. And again, a shout out to Xbox and of course Esports U and Paidia for having us here and having all these wonderful teams here to play it out.
Yeah, I am interested to see which players actually like pick their different agents and everything.
Yeah.
You know, we talked with Melanie already, who is a duelist. Her favorite is Phoenix. We heard from Raven as well. So I'm interested in seeing which player plays what. We've seen Raven on Astra earlier, and she amazing Astra player. Absolutely amazing Astra player. But all of them play so well together, and regardless of which ones they were playing, they were amazing. So guess what? We
Are
get
we
to
getting
find out.
started? Here
We get to find
go.
out who they're picking.
Yes, yes. And we have Scarlet locked in with KJ already, Astra pick, and Fade. And we're going to see Orchid on Jet this time. I'm excited to see that. And Powerpuff Girls, we have the Breach lock in. Breach has a lot of great utility for Pearl, so I'm excited to see that. And of course, Astra. And we're going to see Mel on Phoenix, potentially. I'm loving a pick so far.
I'm intrigued. We see both teams have currently the double initiator lineup right now. Both teams have a KJ and an Astra, and it seems to be dabbling. We do actually have the KO getting locked in, and we have Phoenix getting locked in for Melanie, which we know that's Melanie's favorite. So
She's going to flourish this game for sure. Can't wait to see it. I think
they are.
Phoenix takes so much space on Pearl, so I'm excited to see what they can do. And then,
Yeah.
of course, KJ picks. That's just the #1 Sentinel pick you would want for Pearl, especially for retake with KJ lockdown. Absolutely, that's what we want. And we see the teams, they're getting ready. We have some smiles on their faces. They're just excited to be here. I love it. I love
Absolutely.
it. All good vibes. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, and I see Nozomi, which we didn't talk to, but they are initiator. One of their favorite agents is Fade, and they are also playing Fade. Pauline, favorite is Brimstone, but also plays Breach, so playing one of their preferred players as well. It's going to be absolutely amazing to have these matches, especially knowing that these players are playing who they love playing the most. So they're going to be super comfortable, and it's just going to come very quickly to them, and they're just going to be able to go right on into this. And as we're starting out, it looks like we have Astra Stars getting placed down. I'm interested in seeing our defenders, which is Scarlet, see how they play. So it looks like they're playing default, which makes sense. We have Jet on A, KO hanging around, Fade lurking, which absolutely makes sense. And our attackers right now are going A site. I feel like that's a solid choice when it's the first round. We have some Ghosts popping up. We have some Classics popping up. Two shields, so we can safely assume there's more utility being used.
Yeah,
being
especially
bought.
on KJ for defense. You want more utility for sure. All right, now we're going on to A side. We're getting that Fade Prowler. Now we're going to have a curveball out, getting some space here with Phoenix, getting that Fade Seas backside as well. Now A is free. We can get a plant here for Spike. Now we're forced to play retake here from Scarlet. All right, we have a lot of aggression here towards dugout, towards spawn area. Getting that Molly there. A nice shot from Pauline. Fade Prowler's pinching our Breach. Unfortunately gets taken down. Now we're in a 4v3 situation. Here we go, we have some Mollies here on Spike. Fighting towards Art. 3v4. Getting that KO molly there. Trades for trades going out. Now it's a 1v1. We have Zomi with 41 HP. Can we jiggle to secure this round? But gets taken down by Altier. And that is 1 round for Scarlet. What did you think of that round, Camila?
It was a strong first round. I loved seeing the double flank from KO and Jet.
Yes.
I felt like that was a very smart move because, you know, they had someone to trade off to just in case they ended up not making it fully onto that flank. They were clearing corners together, as you could see on the little mini map, and then brought it back home.
Yeah, they tripled up into Art there. They probably could have made some more space onto main or even flanked the defenders too at that point. But now it seems like we're going to lean towards mid here. We have a full buy for our defenders.
Yeah, I see it's looking like a bit of a mid push right now just to get some more of that space. And also, if you control mid, it's easy to...
And we had a fake Nebula there to get some space here towards connector. Fake Prowler going towards our attackers. And now we're just going to back up. We have that Fade seize on 2 of our attackers. They're stuck for a little bit there. Are we going to commit to this water flank? Oh, we might catch Ash off guard there. Trading some shots, but then we get stuck underwater. No, unfortunate. But now we have a free spike plant here. And that's a free Spectre there for our team. Have the KJ turret for information there on default as well. Now we're forced to do a retake. Most of Scarlet is in Art now. We have a flank from Mel here. Could possibly get that Spectre down with 30 health. But gets taken down. Now, that's a round for attackers. Come on now. That was a good round.
That little sneaky sneak on with the Phoenix, getting right behind the KJ was solid right there. But then we also saw the double flank again.
They're taking advantage of it. Hey, take that space if you can. Why not? And that's a round for Powerpuff. And now we have Scarlet on an eco round. Let's see how they can utilize the utility that they have for now and hold down mid, it seems like.
Yeah, I would bet, based on ult points, that KJ is going to probably be utilizing their ult soon because they had 7.
Oh my gosh, we see 4 of Scarlet here in mid, and they trade a lot of damage. And that's a free gun. Now we're leaning towards B site here, getting all this space. We have smokes down. Now we have a spike plant on boxes. Here we go. We're forced into another retake here. Scarlet having numbers here. We do have 2. We have Astra and Kale on low HP. But let's see what they can do. We're seeing some stars being placed on Spike. Holding from Heaven. Trading some damage there. Kale Flash coming in hot. Getting an incredible pick with the Phantom there. Now we're in a 3v3. All right. Seems like we want to try to stick this defuse here. And that is another round for Powerpuff. They held it down from Heaven, from Spawn, everything to secure that round. They utilized Astro Stars and everything. All their utility was used that round, for sure.
Yeah, that was their first time hitting B site, so that was amazing first B site for sure.
Yeah, and that was an eco round for Scarlet, so they did get that pick in top mid. They got that Spectre. They did a lot of damage. They took down a lot of guns, but now we have buys across. We do have Light Shield on ult here for Scarlet.
And Sasha has that ult ready, which I apparently cast her curse just now, and I apologize.
And Altier does need 1 more ult point for KO ult, so we can use that for retake if we can get an ult point for them. We have that Astra Nebula down, using our Fade Prowlers out onto sight. We have the Rolling Thunder coming in hot, clearing sight, but it doesn't hit anybody. They're just playing for retake at this point. I think that's their strongest suit right now for Scarlet. But getting taken down, we get 2 picks for Powerpuff, and then we're trading back and forth. Spike is down. We have a 4v1. What can Leah do? This Nebula is going to go down any second now, and they're waiting. that KO knife to detect that they're still there. Okay, a little jiggle there, but then we get shut down. That's a round for Scarlet.
That's a team ace, too.
Yes, they applied pressure and they were successful with it.
Yeah, they have been playing the retake game, and at least for A side, it seems like they have learned and they're adapting pretty quickly. So we'll see if they can. We'll see if Powerpuff Girls do end up going to B site this round.
I would love to see a mid push here. I just love mid fights. Going through Link and Art is just chaotic.
It is so much fun. You have so many choke points too that you can utilize if you go through mid.
Absolutely. All right, seems like we're leaning towards mid, as I manifested. Seems like we're leaning more towards Link here. We have that KJ turret watching. Fade Prowlers coming through towards Connector. And we're getting rid of that KJ turret. We have a hold from Lita here, but then gets taken down after that curveball. Now we're in a 5v4. Powerpuff, more numbers here. Are they ready for the Art hold from KJ? All right, and looks like we have a flank from Jet here, doing a long flank
Right there.
towards A site. All right, we have that KJ hold, like I said, with the alarm bot and everything. Our Asher getting picked off in dugout here, so now we have a spike plant. And Sasha holding Art, getting 2 incredible picks. What a spray transfer. All right, now it's a 5v1. We had Orchid flanking here. See what they can do. We do have full Jet utility. Power dash activated. All right, we're getting those cloud bursts out there. But then we get shut down, and that's another round for Powerpuff. One incredible round. They played together. They played slow. They took space and secured that round.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing them go up through mid to then go through the defender's side spawn to get to A site. That was something a little bit on the unique side
Yeah.
that I've seen today.
They
So
went through mid to connector, which is probably the best space you can take attacking on Pearl. And they're ready. You see their game face? I'm loving it.
oh yeah. And I see attackers have 3 ults ready, which I'm super excited for. KJ saved their ult last round. We'll see how they use it this time, or if they just continue to save it until they really need it. And then on our other team, Astra also has their ult ready.
Yes, now we have 4 ults ready. We're gonna use that KJ lockdown for A site. We're gonna see if Orchard can get a pick here, see if they'll go in last minute with the KJ lockdown. Nope, we're gonna back up. Just gonna play retake here. We have those Nebulas down. And now we can plant for default here with Spike. And we have the run it back going towards Art here. Gonna try to get a pick, get some more space. And there we go, the shots do connect. We take that one pick with us, making it a 5v4. Getting rid of that Fade Haunt. Then Pauline gets 2 here. Now it's a 4v1. Fade does have Nightfall, but the shots connect with Pauline with an incredible 3K hold on site.
That was a tricky Fade Haunt.
It was.
It had the whole site you could see just because of where it landed.
You know, as a Fade player, I still need to learn lineups. I really do. I've seen some really good lineups these games.
Oh yes, and it seems we've had a little bit of a consistent A going A site lately, so we'll see if they
Yeah.
swap it up this time.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of A site and mid very well.
Incredibly well.
Yes. All right, we're getting aggressive here. That getting those Fade Prowlers to clear behind Pillar here and the C's just to make sure we're safe. And the beautiful Cosmic Divide on B site to split it in half a little bit. Seems we're pushing up slower here since we have these Nebulas we have to fight through. We no longer have any Fade Prowlers. We do have a KJ lurk here, possibly to get some information for them to rotate if they can. But we do have this alarm bot here that Sasha will probably meet in a second. Yep, that alarm bot goes off. Seems like we're still leaning towards B site here. Just a slower push. See if they rotate off. Sasha gets picked off in Art, making it a 3v5 now. Oh, this is gonna
30
be.
seconds left.
It's gonna be a fun fight. It's gonna be a 3v3 fight here. All right, and we have shots trading back and forth. Pauline getting one, Vinko getting one, and another trade coming in. Now making it a 3v2. We do have KJ ult for retake here or to keep him off site. But guess what? The shots connect for ult here. And Scarlet taking another round. They played that well. They played it patient. I think they played off of just information. They knew they had that KJ lurking through mid. We had no information on A site, and they knew they were still lurking towards B to do a rehit.
Yeah, it seems that time at least Powerpuff Girls took a little bit too slow of a walk down. We'll see, if they can speed it up a little bit for next time. I understand, information is super important to have in that moment. They may have not been sure who was exactly on B site, but I feel like they could have gone a little bit better, but that's okay. We're still pretty early on, and it's a very close game as well.
Yes, and we have one ult point for Breach. We might grab this ult point and use that Rolling Thunder again on A site because they were very successful with the last push with Rolling Thunder. And there we go, off your feet. We had a last-second Astra gravity well there to slow down a push at least. Now we're getting that Nightfall from Fade from Defender Spawn. And Melanie fighting for her life there with low HP, Fade utility, and then it get taken down from Astra and Dugout. Seeing that flashpoint come from Breach. Zomi trying to connect the shots there, but then get taken down. Now we're in a 2v4. We still have the KJ ult for retake here, but we have numbers. So now 4v1, what can Leah do inside of the Nebula once again for post plant? We just have to swing out of it. And that's another round for Scarlet. We have a tied up game now. Wow, they're just pulling at our heartstrings back and forth. I'm loving these rounds.
Both teams are here to play their hearts out.
Absolutely.
They have played for so long just to get to the stage, and they are ready to just put on a show and play the best they possibly can.
All right, and right now we have a timeout active.
Let's recap a little bit of what we've seen, because it's been bouncing back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of hits on A site. We've seen quite a few also really good retakes.
Mm-hmm. When they play together and they fight as an army and apply pressure, Scarlet does really well with that for their retake and taking advantage of flanks and so forth. And right here we have a highlight, just holding together in top site and securing that round for spike plant, for post plant as well.
And that double from
incredible,
Sasha.
the spray transfer.
It was just beautiful.
Yes. We see that both teams play well together. When they work as a force, they get the job done. But when both teams do it, it's just a matter of who's going to do it better. And they both do it well.
Absolutely. You can tell the synergy is just there with both teams. That's why the score is so close. It is 4-4.
Mm-hmm. We're seeing it go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, and still like the double flanks that Powerpuff Girls have been using, the mid push to A's. It's just been absolutely great seeing this.
And we're 2 ult points from our Cosmic Divide for Powerpuff. Could probably get some picks, get some ult points there, and use it for post plant or to get sight as well. Seems like we're leaning towards mid again. Going towards Link. Do we commit to the connector push? No, we're committing to the Link push now. Going towards B site. It seems that Scarlet took a gamble here, leaning towards A site. All right, we're getting those flash points out there. Try to get space for our team. And B seems like a free plant. But what they don't know is that we have Jet looking towards B main. And I think we're going to see Pauline meet up with Orchard here. Oh, and there we go. Orchard getting a pick on Pauline. And now Scarlet has numbers 5v4. And now we're fighting a connector. Leah getting 2 picks with the Phantom there inside a Link. Now we're forced to try to hold our best now. And there we go. That is a 4-5 game. Powerpuff held it down. They did their job. And, I think Scarlet just took a gamble there to stack A.
Yeah, it happens. You frequently see gambles go in all kinds of different matches and everything, so it's fine to happen. And you know what? It's such a close match. It makes sense to do a little bit of a gamble sometimes just to try to get the ball rolling to grow that distance and how many rounds have been won.
Absolutely. Now we have that Astra ult too, along with the Fade Nightfall.
Yeah, and it seems we once again have our defenders leaning more towards A site, but also our attackers have decided to go A this time too.
Oh, and we have a fast flank coming in from Scarlet. We're sending Astra and KO on a flank. That Fade Nightfall on site there. Nebulas are placed. The entire team here on A site fighting for the space. Aftershock coming in. Now we have a 2v2 here in Art. Leah getting picked off, but traded from Pauline getting 2 picks. Now we're in a 2v3. All right, we have that defender lockdown coming in, taking all that space for retake. And we have Zomi pushing up here. Take some damage from that Molly. And ult here with the headshot on Zomi. Now making it a 2v1.
Placing swarm grenade. Enemy remaining.
And now it's a 1v1. We get the spike half, and we take down Sasha. Another round for Scarlet, making it a 5v5.
That was beautifully done. The KO getting that information as to where Sasha was in that moment it was great for Sasha to get the pick. However, that gave away their positioning, and unfortunately for them, KO knew immediately where to aim.
Exactly.
And they already were sitting by the spike, so even though Sasha knew they were there, it just a little bit of a flick.
A little bit. Crosshair placement, just perfect. Now it seems like Powerpuff leaning to, or just Melanie towards mid, taking art space here. But we have a little bit of an aggression from Orchid here on A main. Fighting for a pick here, fighting for information. And those shots transfer perfectly, getting 2 picks for Orchid, dashing out of there. Orchid got their 2 picks and they are out of there. They are high in numbers, but then they forget about Art. Melanie getting a pick on ult here. Now making it a 4v3. Here we go. Now I think Powerpuff is trying to figure out what they can do now. They lost 2. We do have Cosmic Divide to help them get on site or for post plant. And we do have Sasha and Melanie here in Art, again for a 2v2 fight that they have to expect here. Trading some damage here, and Melanie getting it, and Sasha supporting Melanie as well with those fights. Now it's a 2v3. Those are the picks that they needed to make this an even fight.
30 seconds left.
And here we go. I think we're gonna end up going towards B site.
Yeah, it seems we are rotating towards B since we kind of know what the last 2 players are, which makes absolute sense right now because it gives them extra space and extra time to get prepared. That way they can truly control the site as they wait for the other 2 to come and swing by.
Absolutely, and we have that Cosmic Divide for post plant. And we have those KJ Mollies on spike. Melanie getting a pick, but then traded and traded once again. We are seeing Powerpuff hold together and fight together. We love it.
Last round before the switch.
I mean, they are the Powerpuff girls. They're living up to the name.
That is absolutely true. And it's just been close match after close match, both of these teams. You can tell, like, those players know exactly what they're doing, but also they're so comfortable with each other. And it looks like we have another time out, this time from our defenders.
Yes, from Scarlet here. They want to make sure they get this next round and secure it.
They do.
They want to tie up the game. I wonder if they're talking about probably just strategy on holding these sites together and playing for trades so they can secure this next round, move it to the next half.
Yeah, this is a crucial moment too, because at this point you have enough information on the team you're playing against. You can kind of assess what they're going to do. You kind of know how they usually like to play, and you can prepare to the best of your ability. So having this conversation it's a good time right now, so that way they can adjust their strategy and everything.
Yes, I always recommend a timeout. You get that free time to talk and re-strategize and breathe for a little bit.
Sometimes all that needs to happen for a game to just like change to the other side is you have a moment to take a breath and just take yourself out of the game and then just go back and hang out and then go and play as best as you can.
Absolutely.
It seems like we're going back into our game now with our attackers leaning B site, but again, our defenders have gambled a little bit more towards the A site.
Yeah, mid and A site here. I think they hear a lot of action going on B. We have the run it back, getting space. And the close areas are cleared now. They have this spike plant for free. And we did have that KJ lurk towards mid, but they got taken down. So now we have 2 on flank Orchard. Coming in with the Blade Storm. Trade some damage. Now it's a fight. Here we go. Binko to hold. What Orchard? C's coming through in a cloud burst, but then Binko gets taken down. Now we're left with a share on Orchard. Gets a pick on Melanie, but then traded immediately from Zomi. Now it's a 2v1. And here we are, we're jiggling to get that information, get them off of the spike defuse. Now it's a 1v1. Zomi getting taken down. But guess what? It's a tied up game now. We like a tied game. We love it.
That was a great retake
It was.
that we saw.
Yes.
They gambled a bit more on the A side, realized that, hey, this isn't the right answer, and they just moved over to B as quickly as possible. They did lose KJ at the start of that. However, they still came together, and they were able to successfully get to the spike and defuse it. And now we see them switching sides, so we will now see Powerpuff Girls on defense and UH Scarlet on attack. So we'll see how that changes the game, since we're at 6-6 right now.
Yeah, it seems like we have some classic buys here. Of course, usually you'll see initiators and sentinels doing light shields, so they have more utility. So we'll see how this goes. We're gambling. They did gamble towards mid a little bit more, but we do have an aggressive push out here from Powerpuff. And guess what? They heard that, they got that information and rotated immediately towards A. And they had that Fade Prowler go out towards mid. They got that information that they are close. So they are prepared for this A push here. And the Prowlers are coming here on A main. We get the early aggression from Jet onto site. Here we go. And now we can plant spike here. Planning for back site of A. And Scarlet, they're gonna play Flowers and back site here. And they're playing together. We do have 2 flankers from A main. They're gonna realize they did plant for back site, since no one will be there A main playing for post plant. This is gonna be a fun fight. We do have a 5v5 still. Trading some damage there. Hitting a pick on Zomi, but trading immediately. Trades coming out. Raven getting a 2K there. Now it's a 2v2. And we're sticking this defuse on Spike. And then we have the Astro Stars on Spike. And the shots don't connect, so that's a round for Scarlet. I did not expect the back site play, you know?
Hey, if it works, it works.
It does. It did.
It created a lot more space for them as well, so it took the defenders longer to get to the spike, so they had more time to react and just have more information. Playing Flowers, I think, was a great move as well, because then you could still, you know, swing out quickly and everything and get the info you need.
Yeah, and they wrapped around there through art to really just confuse them a little bit. And they held it down. They used their post-plant utility well.
Yeah.
They won their gunfights.
And you know what? They were very quick to rotate, because Pauline was just so aggressive from the start. Just like now. Now we're seeing, again, another B site hit, but now they are being super aggressive and quick on this one.
Absolutely. And they are out on site. We have those Nebulas down, the Cloud Burst, so we get that space in halls. Then Binko gets a pick and Orchard with their Spectres. Getting rid of that Fade Haunt. And they're fighting to get this spike down. Melanie coming out with the flash, but gets taken down. Fade Prowler's going there. It's just a lot of utility being used here. And that is another round for Scarlet. They just played for gunfights. They said, we'll get the spike down when we need to.
Yeah, they just went for it. That was very aggressive B push. They realized that the other team was going to be aggressive. They've already shown plenty that they will adapt and learn quickly, and that just highlighted the fact that they are so good at once that they notice one small thing about the other team, immediately they just go and they go, all right, let's adjust.
Absolutely. And now we have a full buy round for Powerpuff, and we still have a bonus round here for Scarlet. And we're going through mid. We're playing fast. We have our Fave Powers going through Link here. We get that early dash from Orchard, but then gets taken down by Sasha. And then we get traded immediately, and that's a free Phantom for Ultier here. Making it 3v3, even numbers. Getting a KO flash. Getting rid of that Fave Prowler. Another flash. And now we have all the art space. And we're going towards the A site now. And we have smokes down. We do have Fade sitting there in main. Possibly play this well and be patient and get those picks. Oh, and now they're all leaning towards main. And we get one. Zomi takes one out. Making it even once again and trade it. And we see that Phoenix Molly clearing out the corner. Those gravity wells for post plant are deadly. But it was a little bit early.
So they're coming in real hot, and attackers again taking that one. Now it's 9-6. They ended up planting Spike. It just became a little chaotic at the end, but they brought it home.
Just a little. Just a little bit.
But that mid push through A was aggressive, but still calculated.
Calculated, absolutely. Taking that mid space on Pearl is so important to win the round.
It is.
It's rare that you can just only push a site and win the round. So taking advantage of Link and Art and Connector, it can really cause a frenzy for your defenders.
That is something I do greatly enjoy about Pearl, is the fact that there are so many choke points on that map.
And now it seems like we're playing a little bit of a default here. And Melanie getting an incredible shot on Raven, and that's a free gun for Melanie now. And we're getting that aggression here from Powerpuff. And we're pushing on that flank a little bit with this classic. Always believe in the power of a classic. Camilla, always. Oh my goodness, and then getting those picks there in Art. There's a full war zone here on site. See, believe in the power of the classic. Melody getting a 4K with Run It Back.
That thrifty, though.
The Rifty. Love to see it.
You love to see a good thrifty round. But yeah, it was interesting seeing just kind of everyone come and collide on a site at that point. There ended up just being mostly a gunfight.
Yeah, it was just pure gunplay. But guess what? Melanie got that Phantom from that early pick on Astra. So that completely changed the round. One little mistake can change the round.
Yep. Now it's a 9-7 game. We're inching towards the end of this game. We'll see how each team learns from the other one. We have a B push currently, and it's not as aggressive as we've previously seen these B pushes, but still pretty aggressive, especially since KJ just plopped down their ult.
Yeah, the lockdown. Here we are. We have this space for free. We can plant Spike now. Melanie getting a pick there on flank. They're holding down their flank now. They do not want to be flanked anymore. They're just going to physically hold it now. Here we go. We're getting another pick and Link from Raven. Now it's a 4v4. I love the hold and Link here, Orchid and KO together.
Going up.
And of course the Blaze covering Spike here. See if we can stick this defuse. Now it's a 4v1. We can stick the defuse. They are holding for their teammate. And you see how Melanie just trusted them? Like, oh, I got this. I can stick this.
Mm-hmm. That's synergy right there. Full trust in your teammates. But that link hold was really nice to see at the backside. It was, I thought, a pretty solid link hold.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love what I'm seeing so far. I believe we have a timeout now, so they're going to take a little bit to regroup.
A little bit of a timeout,
Yeah.
which makes sense. You know, it's so close still. It's now a 9-8 game. Players are still playing absolutely amazingly. We're seeing each of them shine too. Each round, like, we have the players shine, whether it's Pauline being aggressive super early on that B site, the double flanks, the couple cosmic divides we've seen on our Astra players have just been absolutely amazingly thought out and well put down.
Yeah.
And then we've seen, you know, team aces, couple of gambles, but then those ended up being amazing retakes on the other site. So we're seeing our competitors play absolutely amazingly. And I know we're going back into the game right now a little bit, but what are you hoping to see this round?
I'm hoping to see, honestly, I just want to see Powerpuff take control, not be afraid of it. I want to see a little bit more confidence. And we are relying a lot on the run it back from Melanie, but I want to see that confidence in every team member.
I see we have a mid push right now. I'm leaning towards A,
Yeah,
getting a little bit of information. But we also have one player looking down B, so we'll see.
and Melanie getting 2 picks here in Art.
Spike down mid.
And Spike is down. We have that Phoenix Molly on Spike as well. Now we have to fight to get Spike. And it's a 2v5. The Stinger shots don't connect, so now it's a 1v5. Raven to do it all. We've seen people do a 1v5 perfectly. We do have full utility here as well. Will they expect the flank is the question.
This flank is interesting because it's going through mid right now, so they're still getting information. They probably know that they are leaning towards the A site.
30 seconds
Raven
left.
getting a great pick there. And that's just crosshair placement. Now we have a Vandal. 1 pick there, 5 HP on Raven. Fighting through all those flashes, that was difficult. But it was such a great try.
It was. When you're dealing with so many flashes, there's only so much you can do,
Only so
but
much you can do.
they still got a couple picks on the other team, which was absolutely beautiful. That flank was great down through mid, and they got just enough information to make the right decisions that they could in that moment. It's just when you get flashed, and that's the end of it sometimes. Yeah, now we're 9-9. Both teams have a couple of ults ready. Sasha's is about to be ready.
Yeah.
This is going to be a chaotic round just because it's so close and there's so many ults that are ready to go.
And let's just talk about the last round real quick. We saw that. We saw a huge difference with Powerpuff. We saw that confidence.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted to see.
We did. It looks like we got some information on A, and we've decided maybe don't go up straight through A. Maybe mid push and then decide afterwards.
Absolutely. Because we know mid is the answer here for Pearl. And Zomi getting into a fight with 2. The shots don't connect. So now we're getting space in Art, but traded immediately in another trade. And Leah taking down KO, but the ult is still there. Now it's a 1v3. KO is there for information at least. So you can prepare Raven.
Last player standing.
Oh, here we go. Oh, but we don't clear behind the box, unfortunately. But Leah getting the 2K. Incredible hold. And that is a 9-10 game, Camilla. What did you think of that last round?
Oh, it's just that box clear needed to happen. It would have changed that whole round for them, unfortunately. And you could saw they did a quick flick, but maybe just didn't notice them there. They were just slightly off the scene right there. But that could have been a completely different round had that gone through. And now we're in a 9-10 game, leaning on A side again with KJ going up through mid for information.
And we have 4 ults for Powerpuff. All right, we're using one of them. We love the Nightfall. And Nightfall completely covers site. So you get plenty of information with just that one ult. And we're getting a little aggression here from Orchid. Then gets shut down. We have trades for trades, 2 for 2. Now making it 3v3. We do have Cosmic Divide and Run It Back for Powerpuff. And Raven lurking through water here, but then Melanie as well, but the shots don't connect. Ult here getting that pick on Melanie. Now making it 3v2. And we're playing a little bit slower here.
Yeah, now it makes sense to do a B push at this point and rotate to B just because there's been so much chaos on A. We know that the other team is already at A site, trying to get extra space and a little bit extra time so that way they can prepare.
Ooh, pushing into spawn here, but Pauline gets 2 with the Phantom. Can we get another one? Yes, Pauline can! 3K to get this round. And now it's a 9-11 game. Wow.
It's getting close.
That was fast.
That was a very fast retake. And
Was it even a retake?
Yeah, well, not really, I guess, because they didn't really make it to site even.
Yeah, they didn't make it there yet, but amazing shots we've been seeing from Pauline all game.
Saw those connected. It was 3 basically in a row at that point.
Yes. Pauline expected. They said, I think maybe the last one's pushing too. Let me just wait a little bit here.
Yeah. Sometimes the best thing you have to do is just sit and wait and then, you know, just have them come to you.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. 9-11 game, Powerpuff. Wow.
See
We're
how
seeing that aggression.
we are. We will.
Now we're leaning towards mid here. Sending 4 towards Art. We do have a KJ Molly and Turret for defense here. KJ lurk towards B site. All right, we're being seen by that KO knife. And we're just spraying. We're just spraying in a nebula here. And it's trades for trades. That's 3 picks there. Now we're in an even game. 2v2. We do have Run It Back and Cosmic Divide. And here we go. And the spray transfer from Leah to secure the round. 9-12 game, Powerpuff. They have all the confidence in the world.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so we're at 9-12. This could be the last one. Could be.
Could be. Keyword.
Yes, we see our attackers right now. They are leaning towards B site. We have our defenders going on a default. Honestly, at this point, the smart thing to do might just be to be that aggressive team and go straight to B and just get it done and out of the way.
Yes, let's do it. We're having those Fade Prowlers clear. Pillar here. The Run It Back coming from our defenders. Gets shut down immediately. And that is another pick on Scarlet here from Sasha. And then we get a trade immediately on Melanie. That Rolling Thunder coming in hot, but then we get picked off. All right, I think we play a little bit more patient here. We do have Sasha on the flank and Zomi. Now we have a 4v1. Cosmic Divide left. Trying to see what he can do here. We do have 1 star here with Leah.
Spike planted.
All right, we don't get seen by that KO knife. And now we're scaling up here from spawn, utilizing that 1 star to put a nebula towards Link. And the shots don't connect, unfortunately. So now it's a 10-12 game. We saw a little, maybe too much aggression.
Maybe
from Powerpuff.
Maybe a little too much aggression. A little bit excited there, but it's okay. There's still a few more rounds left, and it looks like we are getting a timeout from our defenders for so we will see how they're coming together to try to secure this round for themselves and the rest of the game. Yeah, it's been interesting seeing just like how quick they've been rotating and just the general game sense that they all have, clearly. So I'm intrigued as to what the play will be and what they are trying to go after at this point, whether it's trying to strategize down mid or strategize down maybe doing something that is absolutely beyond my game sense. But what in this part, when you are this close, what do you think would be the best way to go about this?
I think they have to play a little bit more patient, but play together here on defense. Powerpuff, they do a lot more in numbers when they play together, and you know we're seeing those trades come in very well now. Because earlier in the game we didn't see those trades coming from Powerpuff, but now we're seeing those trades. I think they have to play a little bit more patient, play off of information, and see where we can go from here. They just need one round to take this game.
Yeah, and we see they're doing another B push again. And it looks like the other team is gambling a bit more towards A site.
Yeah, we Powerpuff doing the same thing we saw Scarlet do, but it's always the gamble towards A, never B.
Yeah, interesting why it's usually the A side and not B.
But we got that Cosmic Divide down, and we're gonna push past that Cosmic Divide to still get that space. And of course the Fade Nightfall going towards Link. But of course the KJ lurk, but then gets picked off. Now making it a 5v4 for Scarlet. And the KO ult coming in hot to shut down that utility usage for a little bit. Zomi gets taken down from the Hall hold. It's a double hold here for Hall. Now it's a 4v2. And they're just playing together. Seeing that fault line come in. And the run and gun a little bit from Melanie. Taking down Binko. Now it's a 1v3. Oh my goodness, Raven with the 2K, making it their 11th round. And that is a clutch from Leah. The Astra Star placement for post plant, getting him off the spike, and then pure gunplay. That's what we saw.
Yeah, forcing that gunplay for a little bit was a solid move right there. And honestly, all the ults as they were used, absolutely perfect. That Cosmic Divide made it a little bit more difficult, but it's now an 11-12 game.
Do we get overtime?
I'm hoping for overtime at this point. I see our attackers are now leaning A side at this point, trying something a little bit different.
Getting rid of that Fade Haunt there. They know they have a little bit of info that we do see some attackers leaning towards A. I think our Fade tried to get a little information on B. But they are gambling A here. Powerpuff. It's that they have to push A this time. All right. Here we go. Orchid dashing out on site, getting some space, and gets a pick there on Zomi and Pauline. And our Astra sitting here in dugout gets a pick, gets one trade, swapping weapons. Unfortunately, caught them off guard. Now it's a 4v2. 4v1 now. All eyes on Sasha. Sasha getting one pick. We have 3 more to get. We're getting those KJ mollies on spike. Clearing our angles here. And of course, the attack, KJ lockdown. And we get our overtime game, everyone. What an incredible round from Scarlet.
Absolutely. And just seeing we are 12-12 just shows how incredibly talented and amazing these players are.
I love overtime games. I don't know about you.
I
Ella.
do too.
Yeah, you never want to see either lose, of course. We love both of these teams. But now it's overtime, win by 2. We'll see who can do it. Or we can be here all night with this one game.
It's about to be a long day. But we'll see how they strategize going into this next round. Like it's 12-12.
Taking that back.
We see our attackers pushing A site a little bit slowly this time with our KJ lurk kind of in the middle. Our defenders are default right now, trying to get some information. I'm sure those Astro Stars are plenty of information for our defenders right now as to where they're going.
And Melanie getting space towards Flowers. Hoping to get a pick here in Flowers as well. And there we go. Unfortunately, they didn't see Melanie push up towards Flowers. And there we go. We're getting our picks there. Now making it a 4v1. Zomi last left here. Sorry, Binko last left here. Wrong fade. But there we go. That's the round secured. They just played together. As usual, that's all you have to do is play together, secure that round.
And we've seen it consistently with both teams. Like they are pretty much always playing together and usually doubled up too.
Yeah, you can't give ones. You can't. That just hurts your team. So
ones is the worst thing you could just give to the other team. So buddy system.
Buddy system. We love a buddy system. All right, this could be over, or we can get 2 more rounds. Okay. And here we have Scarlet.
That mid push, but
Notice towards Art.
Notice they left the spike behind strategically to pick up later, so they don't have to try to go back and get the spike in case it's dropped by someone. It makes it easier to rotate.
Yes, because remember that round where they dropped the spike in Art, that made it a really difficult round to win. So now we have our spike, and we're leaning towards an A push here. We do have that KJ alarm bot on A main, that turret for Art. And we are playing slow. We're just playing off of information here. And we're sending 3 towards A site. And we still have that turret holding for the mid push if possible. All right, here we go. And we're on site. Utilizing those Astro Stars too for backside was really smart. Especially for Orchid to play off of. And here we go. Spike is down. 5v5, we are even in numbers.
Yeah, as they're rotating, I just want to call out like that Fade Haunt was, or Fade Prowler down B, threw them off entirely.
And 2 picks coming in. We just always see the trades. I love it. Love seeing the trades. And here Leah and Orchid are fighting together. Orchid with the classic headshot. 13-13 game, Camilla.
We get another 2.
We get another 2.
Oh,
I have to see it.
You do. I want to point out, I started talking about it, but that Fade Prowler down B, you saw the other team start to rotate towards B, and that gave our attackers just enough time to sneak back onto A site. That was so well executed. It was absolutely beautiful. Just a lovely way to fake a site.
Absolutely.
But still have Fade come back quick enough that when they realized what was going on, they were already there to support their team members.
Yes. And that is called faking a site, you know, using that utility, giving them some sound that they can play off of. Like, oh, no, they're coming B, and no, we're going A.
And right now we do have a timeout real quick, which it's 13-13. I don't know about you. I wouldn't gamble in this situation.
I wouldn't.
If I was defenders, I would just play default and make sure that we try to play together, or even make sure like we're a little bit, I guess, more towards, I think, A site at this point. Just a little bit. Now
We just see 2 incredible teams fighting it out.
yeah,
Can they both win? Is that possible?
that would be nice.
That would be so lovely. They're playing very, very well.
They're showing everyone exactly how they ended up on the stage.
Absolutely.
So we now have our attackers right now, them going down B site
Yeah.
with the spike.
We're using that Fade utility. The C is there to clear. Pillar is clear as well. Powerpuff. Seems like they're committed to the B push here. And of course, we have the KJ lurk towards Link. Could possibly catch KO off guard there. Oh, but they expect the KJ lurk. They're using those Fade Prowlers towards mid. And now Melanie is in a fight now. There's KJ here on site, but then we have the support. from Pauline to secure that pick. And KJ getting picked off in mid, unfortunately. So now we're even in numbers, 4v4. And we're seeing those Asher Stars be placed on Spike. Nebula for Link. We're flashing out of this Nebula. And now it's going to be pure chaos. Pure chaos. Trades for trades going out. Now it's a 2v2. And we are holding for the flank here. Orchid getting the pick on Zomi. Now making it a 2v1. Pauline with the beautiful shot there on Binko. Now 1v1. Orchid cleaning it up with just 30 HP. What a round. They did play a little bit differently there, for sure. I liked it. They took that space in halls. They were holding for flank 2.
Switching sides.
Now we're switching
Match
sides.
point.
Yep, we are switching sides, and it's hard to tell who is going to take this one home. Both teams are just absolutely phenomenal at this. So yeah, we just saw Orchid play. They are the duelists for their team, playing Jet, of course. Interesting thing, they used to play Overwatch, and they moved to Valorant, and they also played in the Valorant beta, so they've been playing this for a while.
Yeah, Valorant has been out for some time now. All right, we have Pauline holding with this fault line towards B site. Jump peeking to get some information. We definitely got some early info from those shots there. Now we're doing a fast rotate towards A, it seems like. Or maybe we'll get some mid space here. All right, we have Orchid here, just hanging out. And here we go, Orchid getting that pick on Sasha towards doors there. Now they're up in numbers. Seems like we might be doing a re-hit towards B.
I don't think we've seen a re-hit this entire game, so I'm excited to see this finally happen.
Yes. We're getting all that space, but Pauline gets pinched by that team with the solo hold on B. And now we're in a 3v5 situation. Okay, here we go. And we're getting trades for trades. We have a 4v2. Powerpuff having 2 last standing in this round. Getting that Nebula down to block some vision. Zomi pulling out the knife. That was probably almost scary there. And there we go. It goes to Scarlet for Map Pearl. What an incredible game.
That was absolutely incredible. Honestly, like, I love seeing when both teams are doing so well, and it's so difficult just because, like, you know they're playing the best of their abilities, and at the end of those like really tough games, those players are so much better afterwards just because they've learned a lot from their competitors, and just it's so much more fun seeing the games that are super close than just have someone absolutely get like steamrolled or something like that. So like we got to give a shout out to both teams, but also like Powerpuff Girls played so well.
So well. I couldn't agree more with you, Camilla. We saw strengths from both teams. We saw how they calculated their plays. We saw them play together, hold it down together, and play post-plant very, very well, and the retakes. And I think we saw KJ hold for mid only. I don't think we ever saw a KJ hold for a site. It was always the hold for Art and Link. So that's my usual way of playing KJ. So I love seeing that. I think it made some of the teams hesitant on pushing mid as well because of that hold. But they took control. They had fun. It was amazing to watch both teams.
Yeah. And like you could tell like they're just so happy and doing such an amazing job. Yeah, it was nice seeing all the different like lurks and everything. I love seeing the double flanks. Also seeing a bunch of the different divides and everything, and all the team aces, all the retakes and everything. And we are, real quick, we're just going to kick it to Kari for an interview.
All right, I am joined here on the stage by one of the University of Houston Scarlet's, let's say, victorious competitors. There's another vault to go over, but this one felt really joyous. I mean, you guys were giving each other hugs. How has the competition been?
So the competition between us has always been like really, really tight. We have nothing but love for those girls, you know. Like on stage, obviously it's a rivalry, but backstage, it's just we're like thicker than thieves, you know. Like we've loved them since the beginning.
We absolutely loved watching you guys give each other hugs instead of handshakes, by the way. That is the kind of competitive honor and integrity that we kind of crave in the Valorant scene. So seeing you guys absolutely give that to each other was incredible. I want to know, do you have like a secret to your success, at least one that you're willing to share?
I'll say this, there's no way out but through, you know? Like when you say, is there like a trick, is there like a secret? No, we just scrim and scrim and scrim and scrim, and we just limit test each time, you know?
I love hard work wins all. That's absolutely incredible. One last question here. Who do you have your eye on from your new competitor? Do you have any particular players that you want to watch out for or anything like that?
I'll say in the past, Apple's lyrics have been really instrumental in like us losing and stuff. We definitely have ways to counteract that, and we're definitely looking to, you know, shut that down this time.
You guys have never looked better, genuinely. You worked really, really hard for that win. So thank you so much for entertaining us, and I'm really looking forward to this next series. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, that was a hard-fought battle. Both of these teams deserve your respect. Give them a handshake if you see them on the floor. We are going to go to a quick break, and then the second series will begin. Please don't go anywhere.